everybody, welcome to another video on Dino Midnight! And it's been a little bit since I've done an unboxing, because I've just been working on so many other things and hanging out with friends. But we're doing another unboxing, and today's a different one, because we got Godzilla! We got the new wave of Monsterverse Godzilla toys from Playmates. We have Kong Skull Island and Thermonuclear Godzilla. And as a special little bonus, we have Gigantron from Ultraman. So we're just going to be opening these and reviewing them. So let's get into King Kong. Alright, now let me just unbox it real quick. Remember, always be safe when you're using sharp objects like scissors or knives. And make sure to always put them away when you're done with them. But yeah, let's unbox this guy. Alright, now that we got this unboxed, we're just gonna get rid of that and get into the unboxing. So, first up, we got King Kong from 2017. And I actually really like this figure. It's probably my favorite King Kong figure. I do like this figure. I like the head sculpt. The eyes are big, but that's kind of just to be expected with Playmates. With Playmates. And this is definitely a good toy. It's an improvement from the old one where he used to have white feet and like white hands, I think. So now he's just all a grayish brown. He's more gray than brown, but that's okay. He's got an open mouth and a nice wide range of motion. You got that 360 ball joint, and the elbow, shoulder, and the wrists can turn. And then the knee and the hip, and then the feet can also swivel. Same for this side. He's got one open arm, or one open hand, one closed hand. He's got that classic King Kong 3 scars, that battle damage indent that's not even battle damage. And yeah, it's a pretty good figure. Although I would like to see the joints a little less exposed. It's not a collector's figure, it's just a toy. So, that's just a nitpick. But other than that, I like this. It's pretty good. And let's get into the accessories that it has. So it comes with this, I think it's like a boat propeller connected to a chain. And he actually uses it in the 2017 King Kong movie. And let's see if I can get it on. It's not really bendable, but you can kind of get it in some cool positions, like that. So yeah, this whip is actually really cool. The only thing is it's not bendy. It would be cool if it's bendy. And then we got this helicopter with non-spinning propellers. It's a solid navy green color. You can see little details like the windows and the doors. And you can recreate that one scene where I think he like punches the helicopter out of the air. But yeah, this figure is really good. And I think the accessories are okay too. I like the helicopter, and especially the boat propeller as the whip. And yeah, it was really good. So let me just put this to the side and we can get to our second figure. Here we go. Here's the big boy, the guy that I've been waiting for. The Thermonuclear Godzilla. Now, if you guys didn't know, Godzilla 2019 King of the Monsters is my favorite Godzilla movie of all time. And I like Thermonuclear Godzilla better than Evolved Godzilla. But that's just me. I'm pretty sure Evolved is way stronger. I just like Thermonuclear better. And yeah, let's unbox this guy. Here's the figure. And obviously it comes with its tail detached, because otherwise then it would be a little bit too big for the box. So let's just pop the tail on. There. Now he's got a nice long sturdy tail. And I actually really like this figure. It's made out of this nice translucent orange with some black on it to represent the scales. It's got nice articulation. It moves in the jaw and the shoulders and the legs. Way less articulation than Kong, but since Kong's like a primate, he's got more joints that are more flexible anyway. So, and I mean, Godzilla's not necessarily supposed to be a flexible kind of kaiju. He's just supposed to be cool. Nice fire lizard. And his one accessory is this beam that you shove right here in the top of his mouth with this little peg. And I like it. I like the beam. And it's nice. It's another translucent orange. And yeah, there's not really much to say because there's not much that comes with this figure. This is a really good figure. It's one of like the only thermonuclear 6-inch scale Godzilla figures that aren't like $100 or really rare, like the Bandai. So yeah, as a substitute for the Bandai or the Haya, this is actually a really good thermonuclear Godzilla. We're moving on to our last figure, which isn't even Godzilla, it's Ultraman, and this is Gigantron. So let's open it right now. Alright, now that we got all the pieces, we just gotta put it all together. Alright, finally I got it done. It was so hard to put the leg in, it took me so long. But I finally got it done, and it's a pretty nice figure. It's also by Bandai, and it's more of like a collector's figure, I would say, in a sense, just because of the more articulation and the more joints. And I would say it's not bad, but it's more fragile than you might think. Like, look how easily I can pull the tail off. That's not necessarily good for playing with. More of like a shelf decoration. And the jaw is the weirdest thing, because the jaw is on a ball joint, which I guess does make it so you can do lots of things with the jaw, but it also just makes it look unrealistic, which is not necessarily the best thing. Now, like I said before, it doesn't have any pupils or anything. The detail's mainly in the spine and the wings. And it's got basic motion. It's got in the arms, in the legs, tail, wings move on a ball joint. Like, almost every joint is a ball joint. Like what I said, including the jaw. With the only exception probably being, I guess, the feet swivel. I guess the feet swiveling is the only exception to it not being on a ball joint. Everything else here is a ball and socket joint. So, take it how you will. That could be either good or bad, depending. But it is a really good Gigantron figure, and it scales okay with my Godzilla figures. I think it's more of a 3-inch, 3 or 4-inch, but in Ultraman, Gigantron is not even as close as big as Godzilla, so I'd say it's pretty okay scaling. And the wings are nice and big, and they are made of a harder plastic, or harder than I would think. I don't think it would be the softer material like the scales on the Godzilla have. But regardless, it's a pretty good figure. It doesn't come with any accessories. I would have hoped it came with something maybe like the container that was at the beginning, that when it was holding, it would be the egg for its baby. But other than that, it's a pretty good figure. It's a little, like I said, it's a little fragile, so you might pop a joint or two sometimes. But other than that, it's pretty good. And unless you count the card as an accessory, it doesn't really come with anything else. And I would say it's probably not worth the price tag as much as it was. which was $25. And look, I popped the tail off again. I'm just gonna put that back for right now. Which was $25, whilst one of these figures, one of the Playmates, was $10. So I would say, for the best value, you should get the Kong. For the coolest value, you should get the Godzilla. And if you just want like a cool figure of a kaiju that doesn't really have many, I would say Gigantron. But it is definitely not more of a figure than a toy, because like I said, the joints can pop off easy, but it doesn't have a better range of motion than the Godzilla or the Kong. So yeah, that was my review of Gigantron, King Kong, and Godzilla from the new Godzilla Monsterverse line. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next one, hopefully whenever it comes out, maybe 2-3 million years. But I'll see you guys in the next one.